breaking news.
We made it out the group chat.
I meet the sixes, not your average niggas. We get money, bitch, that can fix 600 chain when it's swinging this bitch.
Are you gonna say your name or?
You just introduced me as the blackest man alive.
I mean, have you seen you?
This episode. So when you stand there saying, "Here's my heels," where? Don't look towards me. I'm not healing you. You're gonna die.
Anywho, as y'all can see, we changed up the format a little bit. I kind of was in the mindset of giving y'all niggas something to watch other than our faces. And we be playing Marvel Rivals anyway, so like, you know. Y'all get to see gameplay and us talk at the same time. Today's episode will be a sports episode. We ain't done one of these in a minute. And you know, a lot of shit happened. We can start with the all-season moves if you want, Mr. LA, or I don't really care what we start with. Sports related.
All of the all-season.
It was a lot of them.
So. Stephon Diggs going to the Patriots.
Yep. And do you think that's a good move?
That's your receiver for a rookie quarterback.
I mean, he's not a rookie. He's just sophomore. But
as long as you're on your rookie deal, I consider you a rookie.
I guess. I think it's a decent move. I'm not gonna say it's an amazing one. Just not because like Stephon Diggs is bad or anything. I just think Stephon Diggs is a little aged.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's like what?
And he's coming off a pretty big injury.
Was it Achilles or ACL?
I believe it was his Achilles. I could be wrong though.
Well, I mean, he's going to be playing in New England. New England isn't really known for their deep threat type of receivers, so I don't think it's going to be the worst thing for him.
Makes sense.
He's going to be fine.
I think he'll be okay as well. But it's just like not the simple fact, but he is coming off injury, and I don't know if I feel like they gave him a decent amount of money. I don't really know the amount.
I think it was like 3 years. Probably.
Yeah, that nigga a 3-year
36 to 55, I would say. Nothing crazy. It wasn't too crazy for like what they could have paid. Because he really could have tried to tax him. Because like New England's receiving core, I mean,
was dog.
It's not the greatest. For the simple fact that he went there, I mean, it kind of says a lot. We have two pretty, even though I do believe that they're playing the wrong quarterback, but
you want Joe Milton I said you want Joe Milton to play, right?
Definitely think he's the best quarterback on that roster. I think he's very underrated.
I do
I
too.
really don't know why his stock fell so bad. I thought he would have went up kind of crazy when they saw that he could throw fucking 100 yards off his back foot on them. But I guess
100 feet off his back foot.
Only a certain type of quarterback gets to move into the top 5 with that type of throw.
Fair. Let's see. I know we'll talk about the Steelers just because they made some decent moves and kind of still are on the precipice of making a move.
Funny enough, Mike Tomlin just said that there is no timetable or further discussion on Aaron Rodgers signing with them.
Oh, so they are like done doing the conversation with him?
I think they said like it hasn't progressed. Like from when he did that meeting to now, there hasn't been like improvement. Like they're still the same stuff.
The mystic arts won't fail me again.
Oh,
so you already lost Russell Wilson. You lost Justin Fields. And you're banking on Aaron Rodgers signing with you, which, I mean, isn't the greatest thing you want to wait for. You sold ultimately, those Ken Carson trash. But, like, if he doesn't sign with the Steelers, you pretty much just wasted this offseason because now you 100% have to go You have to either go overpay for a free agent. It's not a free agent worth paying for right now. Take a rookie and play him because you're not
It would probably be like Jackson Dart, if I'm being honest. If they took a rookie, it would be Jackson Dart.
I don't know where it's coming from, but apparently Jackson Dart might go to like New Orleans or some shit.
I wonder why. I wonder why that's like a thing.
A lot of people are really high on Jackson Dart. Or like
I don't see the hype.
Scenario for the Steelers, and it's kind of crazy. So hope that the 49ers do not resign for him. So
he's still on roster though, even though he's not signed. He's still on. Yeah, he's still under contract. He's in the last year of his rookie deal.
Oh, he's in the last year of. Okay, that makes more sense. Sure, make a trade for him. Trade Cameron Hayward. They're old.
He is old, but with the 49ers sake of it.
Oh, most definitely not that. But you gotta
especially not for Brock Purdy. Again, that would leave the 49ers in the same position as the Steelers right now.
Listen, I don't know what the Steelers are. They bank way too much on Aaron, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, and with him not signing, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, I still believe they should have kept Justin Fields. I do
too. Nigga had a phenomenal year.
It was because you clearly could have made an argument that they shouldn't have went back to they shouldn't have went to something good they were going.
Yeah, I agree. You know how I stand on Justin Fields.
Justin Fields just was never. I can't say he was given a chance. He was given a chance, but he has played with the Bears. Let's not pretend like the Bears is an organization. Bears suck. They do.
And it's not like a thing of, oh, that's your opinion. Nope, no, they suck. And it's objective.
Very, very. What else was the other? Because there was another 4 years too late.
D-Hop to the Ravens.
D-Hop to the Ravens. They're like 3.
Where is he at first? When you want to get moved?
He was in Tennessee, and then he moved him to Arizona, and he wasted the rest of his prime in Arizona. Yeah. So when he went to, where the fuck was he at? He was in Kansas City. He wasn't really anything in Kansas City, unfortunately. Like,
did they win the ring?
They lost.
They lost to the
Eagles. Beat them.
He was only there for 1 year? I thought he was there for more.
Yeah, he got traded this year. Or he was either released or he was traded. It's one of the things. He wasn't there when they won Super Bowl last year.
Damn. That's a move. I think Keenan Allen's still a free agent.
He's somebody. You know, I was gonna say he should sign with the Chargers, but probably not gonna go back.
The Chargers do need a wide receiver, pretty bad, but I don't think they'll go Keenan just because he was there before.
No, they're gonna have to take a receiver.
Who, if you're the Chargers, which receiver do you take?
Because he's gonna fall because they said he's a diva. Maybe from Arizona if he falls.
I don't know how to say his name, but he's big as hell. He's a really big receiver.
But the thing is that I think, well, no, they have what's his face? Because he was good. He was one of the better rookie receivers. It was like Leonard, but
Cantley or something like that. I don't know who you're talking. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Make a rock with him, but I don't think he's your number one.
No, I don't know. But would you put Luther at your number one?
Yeah.
Fair. I would too.
He's been a number one his entire collegiate career. He's more built to be a number one receiver than someone like Ladd. You know, Ladd is great, but I feel like the build and the type of routes that they have him run, he fits more better as like your second or third when you can get the third best corner, second best corner on them.
Fair.
Maybe in certain packages, get a linebacker, and he's really good. I don't know. The Chargers are in a weird spot.
Yeah, they are.
They're probably going to take a running back, too, because J.K. Dobbins, he just can't stay healthy.
Very much so.
I can see him taking, like, Ollie Gordon. That's who I would look for because you're not gonna get JT. You're probably not gonna get a dude from North Carolina. I think Ollie's your best bet because it's stock.
Let me see. Just because they're my team, I'm gonna go ahead and get them out the way. Unfortunately, y'all, it happened. Last couple podcasts, y'all heard Steve making fun of me, saying like, "Oh, you're gonna lose Cooper Cup. Y'all niggas not gonna have Cooper Cup." And me being the Rams fan I was like, "Fuck out of here. That's never gonna happen. He's gonna be a Ram for life." Well, that nigga's a Seahawk now. Now you're probably asking, how the hell did this happen? We released him because we signed Devontae Adams. I'm gonna be honest. As a Rams fan, it hurts. You know, Cooper's been here since he was a rookie. But you know, things gotta change. Things gotta change. Unfortunately, I hate to say this as well. I think this is our best receiving core since the greatest show on turf. And I know that's crazy because we won the Super Bowl with Odell, Cooper Cup, and...
I was gonna say, you think that receiving core is better than Odell, Robert Woods, and Cooper Cup? Yes,
I do. I think Devontae Adams...
Who's on that team again? It was Bruce, was it?
What? You talking about the greatest show on turf? Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt.
Okay.
Who's not a Hall of Famer yet, which is...
It's nice.
I put my boy Torrey Holt in there, but I mean they put Isaac Bruce in there, but then put Torrey Holt. It feels like criminal charges should be pressed.
Like it's unfortunate. Like, do you put him in the Hall of Fame? And I don't keep up with the Hall of Fame like that much, so I don't know everybody who's in it. I know Shannon Sharp's brother's going in.
Sterling.
Sterling's going in, which is long overdue. His career just got cut short by injuries. But like, I don't know if like dudes like Reggie Wayne are in yet. Is Larry Fitzgerald in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know if he's eligible yet, but I'm pretty sure he'll be a first ballot. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Come on, I say he's first ballot in my opinion. Yeah, they got this ugly fucking venom shit. But continue, my fault. I didn't cut you.
Yeah, I think Devontae Adams and Puka are a better receiving core than Cooper Cup, Robert Woods. Although Cooper Cup, Robert Woods, and Odell cooked, like they played amazing, I do think this is just a better top two receivers than what we had at the time.
That's obvious. I can understand.
I just think even though Devontae, if I'm being honest, it's hard to gauge Devontae right now due to
really hard.
due to he played with A-Rod, who is like your career-long quarterback, but A-Rod's just not the same. You know? Like, he's not the A-Rod of old that we're used to.
That's what I've been trying to tell people.
So we can't really, I don't know if we could put that on Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams was still making pretty good moves, just not getting the ball. So I would like to think he's still good. And of course, because he's a Ram, I would like to think that as well. I'm pretty biased. And Steve, you know this very well. If they're a Rams player, I don't care if they're good or bad. I'm gonna say they're good because they play on the Rams.
I mean, that's sometimes you just gotta convince yourself.
No, dead ass, for real. That's how it be. And it's unfortunate for people who will watch this because regardless of who's on the Rams, unless their name is Darion Kendrick, I'm going to vouch for them. But if your name is Darion Kendrick, I want you off the team.
What did
he do? Let's go down the list. That nigga gets PIs every time he is guarding somebody. He made us lose a couple of key games for that. He's unable to really do anything as a corner, if I'm being honest. Like, his corner duties are like negative. Like, his skills are bad. I don't know if you see the chat in game. Sorry to, deviate, but they pissed off. He said 3 bot healers.
He on my ass.
That's wrong team. Wrong team. He just put it in match stats so we will see it. But that's there to me. But yeah,
a lot of corners like that. Is he like what like year is he?
like what he's been in the league for at least 4 or 5. Like he shouldn't be doing this now, you know?
It gets to a point. It's like you can't be doing like that shit. Like,
Right.
It kind of gets
like we sat him down all of last year, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it got that bad.
Yeah.
You know it.
Mind you, we're very weak at corner. So us sitting you down, you're butt. Like you're not good.
You were actually assholes.
Because we went out and got a Kello Witherspoon, we went out and got Tre'Davious White, and Tre'Davious White played like butt. We traded that shit.
His Achilles is tortured.
It
Every
is.
year he or Achilles get hurt. It's unfortunately like, hey, bro, it's time to wrap it up.
It's time to pack it up. I hate to say it today.
It's almost time to wrap it up. It's kind of like Xavier Rhodes. He was great until the injuries started piling up, and he just
He was. That ball was cold. He was tough. I remember. Because they was like, damn, Vikings got the best corner? I was like, bro, who even is, bro? And then I watched, and I was like, oh, he's kind of tough.
He was a big physical corner, but like once them knees, the knees and them ankles start going, bro,
it's over with for you. Like you can't. It's not much recovering you could do.
Definitely because like you can only be so physical with receivers before they throw that flag.
Yeah.
If you can't at least run with them,
you get mixed, especially with today's day and age of receivers. Like, you know, they tough. They tough.
It's an unfortunate thing where there's more quality receivers than I think there's quality corners.
He's in purgatory for real. This is a shout out to you, Derek. As you can see, I'm looking at your profile on Marvel Rivals here. What we did before we got into that game, you was on a 3-game losing streak. Then you won at 19-1. Hey, shout out to you, Derek. But then after going 19-1 to win, you're on a 2-game losing streak again. I don't know how you're still in Diamond. You know, no hate because I'm almost there. Well, you heard Steve. He's hating. We actually will be playing with Derek a little later, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, man. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Derek. Just I had to take a little brief intermission because last time I looked, you was getting fucked on. Looks like it's still happening to you. Unfortunate for you, you know? Great for me, though. Great for me because he was in our comments talking about, so I'm getting a diamond. You know what I'm saying? If you get dropped out of diamond, you know what I mean? Nothing we could do about it. Let's see. What's another move? DK got traded to the Steelers as well. I don't know if we brought that up when we talked about the Steelers.
It didn't, because to me, I don't care who your receivers are. If can't nobody throw it to them.
Facts. They need.
It's not college. Not getting carried by your receivers. It's not possible.
I agree.
Defensive backs are way good for you to throw a moon ball. Definitely not because you play in a division that's they're gonna try to hurt you, bro. They are. They're gonna try to play.
They go try to crack you.
Play in the Jailbird division, boy. And the Browns don't play for anything anymore.
So they really just play to hurt you.
I'm about to say they really just playing just to hit you. That's all they do.
But we will probably torture their tanks and
their tanks are gonna be hell for them. Well, like I said, the Steelers, I feel like they messed up though. You know, honestly, they really messed up.
Yeah, I think they were banking too much on A-Rod, really.
Then that's my thing. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't sign with you,
he goes to like Minnesota.
It doesn't matter that you have DK, George Pickens, and then you lost Najee Harris in Chargers. That's what I forgot. He was in Chargers, so they're not going to take a running back.
Right.
So they definitely might go a defensive. They might go in because they also don't have Joey Bosa.
They did let Joey go. Did Joey sign yet?
I think he did, but I don't remember where. I'll have to go look at it. But I feel like it was somewhere. I really thought he was going to go team up in San Francisco.
I thought he was going to go play with his brother.
I thought that was
I just think the 49ers don't got no money.
No, they don't. Because you're still what they still technically are paying off. What's his face's contract, right?
Ooh,
Oh, for a bit.
I think they got to take his contract for this year.
Yeah, they still got his contract for this year. He just paid Brandon Ayuk.
Speaking of which, they talking about Brandon Ayuk's contract. I seen a post on it today. If they don't trade him by like April 2nd, he's pretty much gonna stay on the team because that's a roster bonus day. And you know, I'm not paying a nigga a roster bonus just to trade him. At that point, if I'm paying you a roster bonus, you're probably gonna be on the team.
But my thing is, where would you trade him to? Why would you trade? You don't.
Why would you trade him? I don't. Maybe you want to hard reset the team.
If you hard reset, you trade CMC.
Yeah. But who?
Anybody.
I don't know who has money to take CMC in the NFL range.
Oh, shit.
Because CMC isn't he the highest paid running back, or is that Saquon?
Saquon, I believe. I think Saquon's not last.
Yeah, really, I couldn't tell you if I'm being honest. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the 49ers are in a weird spot as well. They're in that like they're in that like we should probably be also you just got shit on. They should probably be in a rebuild, but they're just not. And I couldn't tell you why not.
That's the thing where it's like the thing is they go into a rebuild, all you have is your defensive pieces. Your offense is absolutely,
and they have very good defensive pieces.
You may not pay your quarterback. If you trade Brandon Ayuk, you don't have a wide receiver no more.
Yeah, your best wide receiver is Jawan Jennings. And
if that,
the only time he plays good is when he plays the Rams. You make that nigga look like a Hall of Fame by the time we go. And it was very annoying.
I keep putting myself into stupid situations.
Can you stop? We have no range. This shit is like ridiculous.
We don't have any range.
I gotta go D-strange. Let me take my glasses off. My ears starting to hurt. Let's see. Talked about
Debo. They traded Debo.
Oh yeah, they traded Debo to the Commanders. You know what? Perfect segue. I think the Commanders are real contenders for the best team in the NFC East. So that's where they're at.
Yeah, they're East.
Yeah, I deadass think they're contenders to be the best team in that division.
Hey, it's real close between them and
the Eagles lost a lot of defensive players this year.
They lost a shit ton. I was body blocking him for you.
Appreciate it, bro.
Oh, ESPN alert. What is it? Oh, they did?
What?
I think LSU just lost the fight.
Wow.
Well, they lost to Tennessee because it just got fucking killed.
Oh my!
They lost. UCLA beat LSU. That's kind of crazy. I did not think they were gonna flip. But no, they because the Commanders. I don't think they lost anybody. They're bringing back.
They didn't lose nobody. They traded for the left tackle, Lermy Tunsil. Like they're actually really set.
And it's funny because you're looking at that team and it's like I don't know exactly what they need.
Right. Like, what did they take in the draft?
You gotta reinforce what you have or what you don't have. I would assume.
Fair.
I don't because they got Brandon Stevenson.
So that's what I'm saying. They are good. They have Brian Robinson.
Zach Ertz is still playing.
Zach Ertz is there.
Only 60 seconds left.
I really, if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't know who you take.
D-line, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, I can see that. I can see D-line.
I just don't fathom. I can't fathom take.
Right, it's like they're set. They have the 29th pick.
There's a lot of talent in the draft. Not quarterback wise, in my opinion, but there's talent.
Yeah, I don't think quarterback wise either. And some people may call us haters for that because a quarterback's gonna go 1 probably. We're probably gonna see a QB go 1 and probably gonna see one go number number 2 as well. Actually, no, number 2, as I told you the other day, I think it's going to be Abdul Carter. And I think Shador is going to fall. Not to say the Giants won't take him, but you just signed Russell Wilson. Like,
they're making. There's going to be a team in our top 5. It's going to be a good team. Because you're going to have that.
I think Abdul Carter goes to the Browns. No BS.
If he goes to the Browns, you think they trade
Miles? No.
Miles?
No.
Oh,
Miles stays. They just make a crazy duo. Which, I'm going to be honest, that's hard to stop. Myles Garrett and Abdul Carter?
It's definitely hard to stop.
I got to stop these Flyers. We don't have... We got range now, but it's not good enough.
Can't be going through with the Black Panther harassing.
Yeah, no, he bodied me. Oh my God, he just harassed me.
Yeah, so it's hard with that.
What was I about to say? I don't know where I was. Oh yeah, they're a filthy duo. A filthy one. Like, it's very hard to beat them. I'm very sure of it. If you have anybody who's not a very experienced O lineman, you're just in a bad spot against them. Oh my gosh, that's keeping us in a full year. Holy shit. Let's see. We could go into the draft. Who do you think gets taken in the draft and on what spots?
The way people are talking, I think Tennessee is going to take him. I don't think you're wrong. I think the only two, to me, the two most ready quarterbacks to play day one are Shedeur and Cam. I don't think you're making a mistake at taking either Cam or Shedeur. That's fine. Tennessee seems to be really high on Cam. Take him. Because your quarterback situation sucks. You're almost kind of getting into the Minneapolis range. But that's fine. Number 2, I can see Abdul Carter. I don't see no problem with that. Giants have the 3rd pick, right?
Now they do. Niggas was saying that they get Abdul with the 2nd and then trade up. I'm gonna be completely honest. When I was looking yesterday, I was like, every team has a quarterback though, if we're being honest. Besides the Steelers and
I mean,
Vikings, say, but they have JJ.
No, they said they're rocking with JJ. They already said that they're rocking with JJ. JJ's their quarterback, so they're not taking a quarterback. And if they sign a quarterback, it's going to be like a Ryan Tannehill.
It's going to be a backup. It's going to be a backup.
The Vikings aren't looking for a quarterback. Maybe the Cowboys get off of Dak, and that's a big maybe. Though.
As you seen yesterday, it's almost impossible. They owe him too much money. He gets paid too much. The penalty that you will take on for trading Dak is not worth trading Dak. If I'm being honest.
Something like this, and then maybe, it's kind of like a thing, but maybe you can get with the Saints, have them trade
Derek Carr,
Chase Young,
maybe Cam Jordan. The Saints are in a weird spot. A lot of teams, I think, are like, if you're not a contender right now and you're not full rebuilding, you're in a weird spot because you're not contending for anything.
It's just tricky. It's really just tricky. What is it?
Yeah.
It's really tricky. Because I don't think we're not going to see any receivers go top 10. So I'm not.
I don't think so either. I don't think we see any go in the top 20. When is the draft?
Isn't it like 28? Maybe like a month or something? I believe it's next month. I want to say it's next month. But I don't know. And then, of course, Hunter has to go.
I think Travis goes to New York.
I don't know. And New England has been really high on him.
New England has pick 4. New York has pick 3. And that's what I'm
saying. I don't think that's where I think it wouldn't be a surprise, but like the Genty pick. I think if he doesn't go top 3.
Yeah, I think if Genty doesn't go top 3, we probably see him on the cap. I think they're gonna try their hardest to get Genty. They haven't had a running back be good in so long.
It's not even so long we gave him for good like that. But I don't know. It's just like you signed Russell Wilson, so to me, you're kind of saying quarterback.
Right. You don't need it. Let's see. I can't really think of nothing else where Travis will go. As you can see it in Madden's little simulations that I've been doing, Travis been dropping far there.
It's because he wants that stipulation of playing both sides.
Yeah. Do I think he'll drop in real life? There's a potential.
And I'm saying, I feel like this is gonna be a really big draft of like, of course, and I hate to say that, but I think it's gonna be a very big like, oh, what if they took him? What if they took him?
And what if draft? I mean,
I think it's gonna be a what if draft because it'll be like, man, maybe like you had the pick. Why didn't you take him when you had a chance? Oh, I don't know. I think this is gonna be a weird draft. There's not a lot of people really high on this draft, but then you have some people who are like, there are people that you absolutely cannot miss.
I think like Abdul is one of those people you can't miss. Like he can really fit into any linebacking core.
Yeah, even with like the foot injury and shit, I think if he is available for you to take, you take it.
Let's see. Oh shit.
Shader is done for else. I look at the quarterbacks. After Cam and Shader, they gotta go. They should go late to second, third
I think
round.
Jackson will probably go third round. I don't know why people are saying the Rams are gonna take him. If I'm being honest. As a fan of the Rams, I don't think we do. But I understand Matthew is older.
Well, that's the thing. It's better to get a quarterback in the door now than the last year of Matthew. Or you get to that weird spot of, is he going to retire? Is he not going to retire? Because then you can at least have the person be like, okay, you can learn from it. Let's see how he runs the offense. It's kind of how you want things to kind of be.
I think it's hard to be Matthew. Because if I'm being honest, Matthew be making some throws, and I'm like, why the fuck did you throw that? And then Puka Nakua is running down the field. And I'm like, well, you shut my stupid ass up.
Well, I mean, Matthew was like, he's a gunslinger, but he's like a smart gunslinger. Like, you have your Brett Favre's and you have your Matthews. That's like the scale of like a gunslinger. Because Brett Favre there wasn't a throw that he didn't like. He was throwing it regardless. And that was his problem. Matthew understands, for 7 years I had Megatron. So literally I have to put it 10 yards near him and he's either going to bat it down. So, I mean, he really developed a confidence throwing it from there. And then he don't care about getting hit. Dude play like broken ribs.
Nah, yeah, shout out to Matt, boy. That boy's a warrior. That boy's a warrior.
I mean, Jackson, from what I've seen, I watch him play, watch him film.
The ones from
it's just what I've seen from Jackson Dart just doesn't scream like first round. Like I personally would have felt, I don't know what year he came out in. I feel like him and Carson Beck should have switched. I think Jackson Dart should have stayed another year, and Carson Beck should have came out this year.
Jackson played at Ole Miss, right?
He played at Ole Miss. But I feel like if he would have stayed one more year, like the dude from Penn State, he would have headlined the class. Because quarterbacks always headline the class. It doesn't matter. So I
don't really know a quarterback in next draft.
Penn State quarterback, maybe, and I say this with a grain of salt, maybe the Pat Mahomes wannabe will come out next year.
Dylan Raiolo?
Maybe. You could come out your second year.
I mean, you could, but I feel like that's not a good. He's not good.
But the only reason why I'm saying that is because if you, like you said, every team has a quarterback right now on roster that they can play. But a lot of them quarterbacks are also getting to the point of like, are you worth having?
True.
So I think some quarterbacks are kind of on like their last stand this year.
My domain will one day.
Yeah, I can see that. Let me see. Let me think of some that are kind of on that spot. I feel like Derek Carr is on that
Derek
spot.
Carr is definitely on that spot. If I'm being honest, and I know people didn't really think he can be a top quarterback, I think Trevor Lawrence is getting to that point
I
too.
think T-Law is, but you paid him too. You paid him too much money. You paid him too much money. You can't just get gone.
But that's the thing about trades. Kyle Murray, I also think is another one.
I think Kyler's at that point.
I think he got one more year of like nothing, and then it's we got to move off of him now. Then, like, if Dak wasn't making the money he was making, he would be another.
I think
one.
Dak would have been gone this year.
If Dak wasn't one of the highest paid quarterbacks, he'd be gone this year.
Like that nigga thought. I don't enjoy watching Dak Prescott play football.
Unfortunately, it's not even on Brock Purdy's like play, but he might just be out the door because they don't want to pay.
Yeah,
him.
I was gonna say he is at a point like he's a great player. They just don't want to pay, bro, and that's to me is kind of wild. Brock Purdy is a quarterback that has taken you to what 2 Super Bowls now.
He took them to one, and he has taken them to multiple like deep playoff ones. Yeah, they don't went pretty far.
Like I feel like not paying him is criminal, but
I mean it damn near it. No, it is for what he has done for your team.
And you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to pay this nigga a lot of money. I don't want to.
He earned his money, so it's crazy to not do that. For some reason, I don't know why, but Jordan Love has been getting a lot of like, is he worth it? Is he not worth it?
I feel like
kind of crazy.
It's crazy because what the do you mean is Jordan Love worth it? Jordan Love took you to the playoffs.
Apparently, they're saying they're
but
trying
also
to
that division is hard though. The division is the Vikings, Lions.
Well,
like bro, that division is like not bad. Like the niggas is tough.
It's a hard. The weakest division to be in is literally Miami's division. The only reason why I say that is because the Patriots ran it for 2 decades, pretty much.
Oh my god!
If Miami does not get home field advantage, they lose.
Yep.
It's that simple. Sorry,
and the
not
Bills
sorry, but
just can't beat the Chiefs. If I'm being honest, like they dead ass can't.
I'm about to say they can't. They just can't be. And it sucks because like that the AFC is just a big old like Baltimore can beat you in the regular season, but for some reason can't do it in the playoffs because their season has been ruined twice now by Mark Andrew drops, unfortunately.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's twice now. I think that the exact same play, by the way, because he's always open on that play. He has dropped that, but the Bills just can't beat the Chiefs, and Baltimore just can't finish a playoff game. So it's just like, what do you, you know?
I really couldn't do it.
But in the NFC, it's really just a battle of who can stay the healthiest. Is really all it is.
This is gonna sound crazy.
And if Detroit doesn't get hurt like they did, oh no, man. Jared Goff, I think, is also another quarterback.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think Jared's kind of on that same precipice.
Which now, granted, I understand he was in the MVP conversation. He led them to 14-2 record. I understand.
If you do not,
dog shit, boy.
I'm playing way better than I was in previous rounds. But it's just one of those things where it's like, if there's a better option, or better yet, a cheaper option for the same type of play.
Same type of play. I feel like you take the cheaper option.
You gotta take the cheaper option, unfortunately. It's time to bye. I'm about to die. Oh, thank you. Wow, it really feels like you look at things because like what I don't like is what they're like, oh, the Chiefs have been they have that fire back, blah blah blah. And I was like, I should have. I don't want to hear that whatsoever. We didn't play with no fire in the Super Bowl. Who cares if you? Oh yeah, getting beat really sparked that fire under us. Honestly, it should have sparked that fire 10 minutes into the first quarter. Is what
right, because them niggas was doing all.
But it didn't.
And I hate the Eagles. You know, another team that, barring injuries, could make the Super Bowl is the Rams. I know you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're saying that because you're a Rams fan." We were one play away from beating the Eagles last year.
I hate on Rams because you are a Rams. I'm only delusional when it comes to the fact I'm not.
Now you starting to be more realistic.
But I mean, like, if you're being honest, yeah, y'all were a linebacker away from going to the Super Bowl. All y'all need is a linebacker.
It's so unfortunate to watch a favorite team get 200 yards put up on them by Saquon Barkley. That shit hurt.
Saquon Barkley.
I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a fuck who he is. Now he was trying to prove some shit. Nigga running behind.
I feel like all the running backs are kind of on a mission.
Niggas was doing their thing. I tell you one running back that pissed me off, Kyron Williams. On that fucking fumble.
He a crash though. That's why.
He is. He very much so is.
He will literally take running somebody over. They're just trying to make a.
Then trying to score. He will go out of his way to run your bitch ass over, just so he could get up excited as hell. Like
escapes hell.
He's a crackhead, but I like that about him, though. You know.
They inspire mortals.
Yeah, it's all fun games until like there's a wide open hole and he's going one on one with Bobby Wagner.
Very true.
It's like, why are you doing that?
Very true. Okay, nope, I figured it out. I know what Washington needs. They need linebacker. I forgot. I looked at their linebacking core. It's just Bobby. Like, everybody else is ass. It's just Bobby.
Georgia has a linebacker they're going to take.
Listen.
Yeah, probably. I'm not going to lie. Or Jihad from, I think he's from Pitt.
You know what I guarantee they're going to take?
Ooh.
And best believe me. And if I'm right about this, the dude from Buffalo. They're going to take that middle linebacker from Buffalo. Promise you, if he falls to them,
I think he will. I'm going to be honest. I think
he falls to them too. And he falls because he went to Buffalo.
That's the only reason he falls, which is so stupid, and teams need to stop doing that.
I agree.
Oh, he didn't play competition, but you're going to go take Mac Jones, who did a five-star receivers at the.
Right.
Whoa. I thought she was further up there. Got my stupid.
Molly's Perkins, Apple Invincible. What about that?
But the NFL, I feel like this NFL season is about to be great. I think the teams that we think that aren't going to do good are going to do better because I feel like they're built for. I don't think they're so top heavy, if that makes sense.
Fair.
I mean, if you look at a lot of teams, I feel like they're top.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that they're very
star-centric. Speaking of star-centric, oh my God. My NBA season is over, but I do want to talk about it. I'm a Mavs fan. If I'm being honest, I'm a Cavs fan. I mean, not a Cavs fan. I'm a Kyrie fan. I'm a Kyrie fan. Sorry. I misspoke in the comments. I'm a Kyrie fan. Favorite point guard. Probably my favorite player. Kyrie is at home hurt right now, so I don't really appreciate you saying where's he at. You're a Heat fan.
I am a Heat fan.
You know? Like, that's all I really have to say.
Where do you get the extra help from?
Not to say y'all are like ass or nothing, but
we need a star. No, my fault. We don't need a star. We need to move Tyler to the 2, Bam to the 4, and get a true
1.
We don't have a 1, and that's our problem.
We don't have a team here in Dallas, so we don't. We gave up our people.
Y'all got nobody around. It's so crazy.
We was talking about forfeiting games because our team is literally just hurt. Like this should
nobody.
It hurts.
Y'all might be
Stop watching. When Kyrie was number 1 hoops, I was excited. I was like, Kyrie number 1 hoops. Oh well. Luka's gone. It hurts, but number 1 hoops for Kyrie, and he was balling his ass off, doing his muffin thing, and then he got hurt.
That's also another point guard I got hurt. Dame. It's also
Dame did get hurt. Yep.
Blood clots.
Yeah, which is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Bloodcott's really getting a lot of players nowadays. Got
It got
Wemby.
yes.
It got Wemby. It got Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh had health issues prior to the blood clot. Like he
Very
already
true.
had like problems and stuff. For some people who don't have those problems and are getting like blood clots and they're cramping bad, it has to be a training thing.
I was gonna say, I feel like they just don't know how to take
It
care
gotta
of
be
their body.
like blood. They have to be taking like some type of like blood thinners and stuff too. And that's the thing. If you take too many blood thinners and then you get off of them, like all of that kind of flows back in. Of course, you're running a lot, so it's going to form in places that blood are going to flow the most. So I feel like it definitely has to be something like that. I don't know, but I feel like if the Bucks don't
Very
go
old. Something down there.
conference finals, Giannis is gone. Is he not?
I think Giannis is gone regardless. I'll be honest.
Oh, you think it's just he's a rat, like he's gone.
Yeah, I think Giannis leaves now, just because. Why am I here?
I can see that, and then I think also it's a fact because they don't market guys how they were supposed to.
Yeah,
I think Giannis should have been pushed as the next face of the league, but because he's in a small market, an extremely smart market, they don't care. That's why I'm so confused on why like they're pushing Shea so bad because he's not really in a big market to be honest.
OKC. I think it's just because like OKC as a whole,
One of the best teams in the NBA.
right? They're balling their ass off.
Absolutely cannot take that from them. They're one of the best teams in the NBA right now.
You know what I can't take away from them? Shy's play. I don't like the way that nigga plays. I don't care what nobody says. Fuck him. Fuck his foul baby ass. I hate him.
I don't really like watching him play, honestly. But it's kind of like, to me, he reminds me of like Jokic. I don't like watching Jokic. It's effective, but
I don't like watching Jokic play either. His big sloppy built ass, but
I think it's only because of that. It's because none of his moves look like intentional. It always looks like it's on accident. Like he just threw some shit up and it went in. That's what I'm like watching him play because it just doesn't look natural.
fair.
I mean, they're not going to market him because he absolutely treats it like a 9 to 5. Like
Oh
this
God,
is his job.
he don't like being there. He don't like being there.
He literally wants to go back. He's wanting to play like Kawhi. Once he retires, we're not seeing Jokic.
We're not gonna see him. The only time we'll see him is if you tune into Serbian horse racing.
Unless you live in Serbia, you're not seeing him ever again.
Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. Why Leonard? Where do you rank him right now?
In terms of what? Like top 30 in the league?
Yeah, in the league.
When Kawhi is healthy, he's top 5, no questions asked.
Damn, it's like that.
When
You think
when he's playing healthy, he's top 5. I don't care if you have him at number 5, but he's in the top 5.
Yeah.
He's better than Tatum. He's better than Jaylen Brown. He's better than Shea. I would definitely say that.
I can see
For the
that.
simple fact that you may be able to stop him once, but he's gonna stop you 9 times out of 10.
Oh God, he's locking you up. Oh, I got another question for you. This could be a hot take here at the end of the pod. Him versus Scotty, who you taking?
Scotty who?
Pippen.
Barnes? He's better than Pippen.
You think Kawhi's better than Pippen? I agree.
Now, what people don't look at, because niggas have to go. 1994. Scotty has the better resume than Kawhi. Kawhi is the better player.
Does he though? Pause.
Yeah,
Does he?
He has the better resume.
You play with Michael Jordan. You play with Michael Jordan.
That's part of the reason why his resume is better. Niggas like to bring up rings.
You played with Dennis Rodman. You had the team around you.
Technically,
Kawhi Leonard took that Raptors team through hell in the East.
That's why I say he's a better player. I have Kawhi over Scotty.
I do think people will look at resume for Scotty higher.
Here's my thing, and I want to keep and this goes for the ball-headed nigga too. When that nigga was on his own, everybody busted your ass. Detroit, LA, Boston, New York, everybody was busting your ass.
Niggas was taking turns on him.
When you came back, Shaq busted you. Penny and Shaq
busted y'all ass. Y'all didn't stand a chance. When Kawhi was by himself before he got hurt, he was going to beat that Golden State team. Niggas don't realize that. He was beating them by himself. He went to Toronto. My fault. He went to LeBronto. Against the Warriors.
And he won, bro. He won with Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam.
He got Fred VanVleet a 5-year, $110 million contract. Fred VanVleet didn't get that contract. Kawhi got him that contract.
Facts.
He's better. When Scotty was on his own, he did not do anything with Chicago like that. And that's my whole thing with Kyrie, unfortunately. When Kyrie was by himself,
it hurts.
They never made the playoffs.
He doesn't do anything.
That's why when I say the argument and niggas be like, what? No, that's insane.
Now look, as a Kyrie fan.
Long was over Kyrie.
No, I agree. But as a Kyrie fan, I want to bring some points in. You went to the Celtics. They did not like you there. The organization didn't want you. Also, they still had the literal team that they have right now, was minus Kristaps Porzingis. They had Jaylen Brown. They had Jason Tatum. And you're bringing in Kyrie to try to lead them as a...
Well, granted, they were still young.
Right.
They were still young.
They were still young. You're bringing in Kyrie to try to lead them, and I believe they still... Didn't they have Kemba at the time? Like, Kemba was Kyrie's backup point?
Like his career, though. Like, he wasn't the
right.
Kemba.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you bring in a whole bunch of people that I don't think the system worked.
No, it didn't. It was too many ball handlers, if that makes sense.
Fact.
Kemba never played off ball in his career.
Then you have Jason Tatum, who's very ball dominant. You have Jaylen Brown, not ball dominant, but he wasn't the same Jaylen Brown we know today.
He wants to be ball dominant, and I think that's a kind of iffy thing with him because he wants to be ball dominant.
Facts. And you put Kyrie in that system, who is the ball dominant. He's not an off-ball player.
Even when he was
he can do it. He can do it, but he is a ball dominant player. He performs his best when he has the ball in his hand. You want Kyrie with the ball in his hand.
Here's the thing. If LeBron is saying he's the ball handler, then you know that he's like that. Like, he is
the ball handler.
Off topic, but if LeBron wants to play off ball. Niggas don't realize that, but he wants to play off ball.
He'd much rather play
That's
off
why
ball.
he went back to Cleveland. If Kyrie wasn't in Cleveland, he would have not went back. He would stay in Miami or he would want somewhere else.
Yeah.
Kyrie was the reason why he went back to Cleveland.
If Derrick Rose doesn't get hurt, I think LeBron goes to Chicago. That's a wet dream of mine. But Kyrie Irving, back to him. Where do you put Kyrie in the top 75? Steve, come on, bro. Bob Cousy made it.
Because I was thinking
Bob Cousy made it.
The way that the top 75 team works is that they don't kick off the old niggas because they like to represent our era. I understand. Bob Cousy is not a top 75 player. I don't care. He had one hand. I don't care. I'm not entertaining. I'm not. But when you look at it, you have to kick off either Dame or Westbrook. And we had a conversation. Kyrie's over Westbrook to me.
I agree.
Westbrook gets it because he got the MVP and he has the triple doubles. That's why he's on the team.
Yeah.
I love Dame. Dame is one of my favorite players. But if I'm being honest with you, you gotta be honest, if you were building a franchise.
No, I'm not taking Dame over Kyrie. I'm taking if I want my team to succeed and I want a point guard, the 2 point guards I am taking is Christopher Paul and Kyrie Irving.
I think Kyrie definitely.
I'm lying. Steph and Kyrie. I'm going to be honest. Steph and Kyrie. At this point, Steph has proven he may not play no damn defense, but you're going to get 30 points out of him.
Shit. Sometimes. Even if he lately.
He is older, though.
There's some games where he goes for 7 points and then he goes for 30. Like,
yeah. He is older now.
There was a lot of snubs on that top 75 team. Like, Kyrie should have been on it. Dwight Howard should have been on it. Y'all need to stop. Stop it. We have to. I don't care.
Real spill.
What
they put a nigga Bill Sharman on there, right?
There's no possible way you are telling me that Dwight Howard is not a top 75 player in NBA history.
I agree.
There's
He was one of the
absolutely
most
no-
dominant bigs.
He was the most dominant big in his era.
Yeah.
Niggas, he went to an NBA Finals. Y'all failed. We forget that.
We
He
forget
took his
that
team
because
to
he
the
didn't
finals.
win.
Now, granted, he ran into Kobe, but it's Kobe. Like he's Kobe. You ran into him, but he still took his team to the finals. A 4-time in a row defensive player of the year. It wasn't just about blocks. You couldn't go into the paint. It wasn't Rudy Gobert where I could pull you to the perimeter and I'm cooking your ass. If the white was on you, you're passing it. That's what they were doing. They were passing.
I have to bring something up because I'm looking at the top 75 list right now. Anthony Davis is number 71. Now look, Anthony Davis, great player. But you mean to tell me you played AD on there instead of Kyrie?
Wait. What year was the top 75 list made?
That's a great question. I think it was 2023.
Was it 2023?
Nope, 2021. 2021 was when it was announced. October 2021.
That was after the COVID season, so he got his ring, right?
Yeah.
I see why they. Okay.
No, fuck that. Because I'm gonna give you another reason why I don't think that's fair to Kyrie. Kyrie has the same amount of rings as AD and played with the same player as AD to get that ring.
Kyrie didn't make the team because of his, and quotations around it, his off the court issues.
And niggas make me so mad when they talk about Kyrie like that. I'm like, you niggas get on my nerves.
It's gonna be annoying when he makes like the 80 or 85th anniversary team when he should have made top 75, but it's whatever.
He said he gonna play the 40. I hope he doesn't. But
he has to. The next era team, decade team, he has to make it. If he don't make it, what's Kawhi?
It's a generational snub. You said it's Kawhi on top 75. Oh, Miley's Perkies. I feel so invincible. Damn, did Kawhi? Yeah, Kawhi made it. Fucking Bob McAdoo.
I know Ray Allen made it. This is gonna sound so wild. Did Paul Pierce make that team?
I feel like he did. Let me check. Yes, Paul Pierce is number 62.
Okay.
Carmelo made it too. And we put Sam Jones on there. Sam fucking Jones.
Carmelo is definitely going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But to say he never had any issues, though. Well, you know what? And I mean this so wholeheartedly. I don't care about your off the court issues because you have Carmelo on that team. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We just scraped Carmelo from NBA history like how the WWE does Chris Benoit.
Now the WWE is an organization of how you erase people from history. He's gone. You can't even find his matches.
Nah, fuck this. Hold on, I gotta say it again.
Oh.
This nigga Bill Walton made the list, and Kyrie didn't.
No, Bill Walton should be on that list.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Bill Walton is the only player to win MVP and Sixth Man of the Year. Bill Walton should be on that list.
I'm gonna say awards are a little iffy. LeBron should have a Defensive Player of the Year, and the person he lost to didn't even make first team All Defense. They was talking about Kyrie the other day. I think it was on like Gil's podcast. And they was like, who would you take, Kyrie or somebody else? It was another guard, but niggas was saying the other guard. And it really made me mad because I'm like, are we going to seriously? They were like, Kyrie doesn't have the accolades. They was like, he was never first team all scoring, never, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, it was Dame. It was Dame. Kyrie or Dame.
Oh, it was Dame?
Yes. And I'm like, dude, realize where Kyrie has played and who he's played with majority of his career. Dame has played by himself for majority of his career.
Dame.
You're gonna say CJ McCollum is better than LeBron?
No, that's not what I'm.
Or on equal level?
I'm saying is that Kyrie has played by himself until he got with LeBron. Dame has
when he was a rookie. How long was Kyrie been in the league when he played? Kyrie.
He played at least 5 seasons without LeBron.
But are we gonna talk about that fucking team that he was around though?
No, but that's
he was ass.
That's what I'm saying. There's only so much as an individual that you can do.
His rookie season, he averaged 18, 5, and 3. The season after that, he averaged 22.5 and 3. Let me go look at what the fuck this Cleveland team was in 2012. This team is Omari Caspi, Wayne Ellington, Alonzo Gee, Daniel Gibson, Kyrie, Kevin Jones, John Lure, Sean Livingston, CJ Miles, Jeremy Pargo, Chris Quinn, Samardo Samuels, Donald Sloan, Maurice Bates, Tristan Thompson, Verzal, Dion Waiters, Luke Walton, and Tyler Zeller.
I see why I was getting drafted to Cleveland.
They suck. They suck. Their ass.
But that's what I was saying. Like, Dame has always played with another solidified star. Like, he played with LaMarcus Aldridge for a while.
The Trailblazers was tough at one point. I can't knock him.
He never really played on bad.
But I don't think he was winning like awards and shit at that time. When Dame started winning awards is when
I think it's when
it was just him and CJ.
I think so.
What was the 2014 Cavs team? Now I'm down this rabbit hole. I just want to see if they got better. Oh my God, they got worse. Even with LeBron on this fucking team, it's just LeBron and Kyrie. These niggas put this team. These niggas had the team like these.
That team still went to the finals.
They did. And then what year did they win? 2016?
It was the next year. And that's the 3-1 comeback. Because niggas forget that first finals they went to, Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt.
Yep. And they would have won.
And then they ran it back with the same team.
With the exact same team. Them niggas didn't get nobody else. They got the exact same team.
And then the Warriors went to the parking lot, cried. It was like,
KD, please.
KD.
Sickened.
It's like that.
Sickened. Anyway, Kyrie's better than Damian Lillard. I'm looking at you, Trevor, when I say that. Yep, because you're a Damian dick rider, and I'm a Kyrie fan. Yeah, if anything you want to say in closing statements, I can't hold you this time because we changed up the format, so you can actually, get your full statement out.
Give Dwight Howard his damn flowers and stop playing with Superman. And I said it. I don't care about Shaq. That nigga Superman.
Yeah, old head's not going to like this.
Contributed to a team and won a ring, unlike somebody who just run around the league and let the jerseys in a check.
I'm not going to lie. Old heads not gonna like this podcast in terms of basketball. They gonna get to the last couple of minutes and be like, "Oh, these young niggas."
Kuzia should have been in top 75. They said Kawhi's better than Scottie Pippen.
I'm standing on
it. Man, best thing Scottie Pippen did was sign that damn contract. That was the best thing Scottie Pippen.
Like, I'm dead ass standing on it. I don't care what the old heads say. Fuck y'all niggas. Basketball is the only sport where we'll be like. Basketball's the only thing where it's like, oh, wow, we have the iPhone 11. Isn't this shit so amazing? And then somebody going to come out the woodworks. But what about the iPhone 3, though?
Basketball's also the only sport where the old heads do that. Like, the only thing in football that people complain about is, like, dance. And that's understandable. Like, the old players don't be like, these wide receivers or blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like, I wish I had the opportunity. I'm happy for them because that's what I played for. That's what I wanted to do. I would hate, bro. Appreciate. Like, dang, bro.
Fact. Anywho,
Tom Brady played this era. He had 13 rings.
I can dead ass hear somebody saying it. Like, no bullshit. Anywho, though, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let us know how y'all felt about the format of having like gameplay in the back. Just wanted to change it up for y'all. That way, it's not the kind of same thing every time. Shout out to y'all for watching these. I'm not gonna lie, be surprised when we see the numbers every time. Shout out to Derek for pressing us yesterday, because that's probably why y'all niggas is getting this episode. I'm gonna be honest. If Derek didn't press us, you probably wouldn't see this. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. We was in the Discord. Derek pulled up and was like, I hope y'all doing well and everything, but I'm about tired of y'all missing days of the podcast. So I let him know he will be getting 2 this week. So therefore, y'all will probably see another one this week as well. Probably same format, maybe different game. Who knows? We might be playing like 2K or something. It's kind of crazy. I feel like we did the sports episode not playing a sports game, which is hilarious.
halfway through it, I thought about that.
And me too. I was like, damn, probably should have played a sports game while doing this. Anyway, again, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching. We out.